Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Utopian Society. We've been in a journey this past week, and I had to travel, but I'm here now, back in Austin. And now I have for you another good episode with a good friend of mine. And as you know, here in the Utopian Society, we want to share stories that will better the society somehow. And that's what we're trying to do with each episode and video, is just bring you the people that actually makes better the society here in our world. Today, we'll meet with my dear friend, Erick Medina. And let me tell you something about Erick. Erick, he's a great guy. He's a DJ. He's super cool. And we clicked the very first time we met. He's originally from Austin, so please welcome Erick.
Hi, I'm so happy to have me here.
Yes, thank you for coming, man.
I'm so excited.
It's been a while we haven't seen each other.
It's been a long time coming too.
Yes,
this interaction.
And I think last time we met was in Halloween, I guess, right?
Yeah, you had your friend's Halloween party.
Yeah, remember we dressed up and all that.
Yeah,
it was so much fun.
It was.
Well, thank you for joining us to the Utopian Society. Like I was mentioning, we believe here in the Utopian Society that even a society could be ideal, utopian, but we can achieve something out of better attributes or anything that can help society. And I know you have many stories for us to tell all our friends here.
I do. Living here in Austin, you got many stories.
Yes. So, please, can you introduce yourself?
Hi. I'm Erick, as you just said. I was born here in Austin, Texas, raised here in Austin, Texas, went to school here in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
And I'm still here in Austin, Texas.
I always say the real Austinites that they stayed here, that is so rare to meet.
Yeah, they call us unicorns. Like, every time I take an Uber, they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" And they're like, "Oh, really? Austin."
Wow.
Oh, you're such a unicorn. Yeah, but yeah, I've been working here after I graduated from UT Austin.
Okay.
Recently have a job at a barbecue place, really famous here in Austin, Texas. Okay. And a main side hustle of me that I'm starting off is DJing. I've been doing it for quite a while. Been doing events for a long time, and it was an easy transition to go into DJing. So that's where I am in my step in life right now.
Well, could you tell us, Erick, what would inspire you to be a DJ?
So funny enough, it runs in the family actually.
Yeah.
My half sibling, he's a DJ back over in Mexico, and he started it off whenever he was young. And my parents helped him out, and next thing you know, he's one of the biggest DJs, at least in that region where we live, in Chiapas, Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So I took inspiration from him, and also just from college, you do have a lot of social events that you're going to, and I was a part of that social scene and planning it, hosting those events, and I thought maybe the best thing to do next, at least, would be, other than hosting and planning, would be to actually entertain and be the source of entertainment for that event. Just DJing and making sure that people are having such a great time.
That is great, because I know that music. I always say music is the language of the soul.
Sure.
The language of the soul. Either any genre, any kind of music, and in this case, I guess it's electronic music or any kind of.
It's all kinds. The thing about music is that, at least what I like to see music as, is that it shouldn't be defined into this like one thing that you like. You can like many things, and that's at least the beauty of me DJing, is that I'm able to look at an event, a crowd, or just look at the people and see what they like, and from that I move forward with the kind of music I'll play throughout the night. It's all kinds of genres that you do as a DJ. And you have a point. It is music to the soul.
Yeah.
There's songs written about it. It really can make or break an event. Just because When you have bars, you go into a bar and then you're like, I'm really not liking the music there, so you just leave. So it really like shows you how much people are drawn to music in general and music that they like.
I like the perspective that you put, how people can relate to the music explained. It's not, it's an ambience, right?
Yeah.
They go for drinks or what's not, but at the same time they go for some kind of energy.
They do.
They're feeling, right?
They treat at least music as like an escape, and that's what we are as DJs, in my opinion.
That's so cool.
Just being able to provide an escape for someone to have a wonderful memory, something they can look back forward to, and DJs are providing that memories that they can have with their friends. You know, the song that a friend and them have together, and they're like, catch a video, and that's what I'm there for, just to make people happy.
Now, I know being a DJ is not all glamorous and everything happy and party and all what we see from the expectation here to the stand. But what could it be something the biggest challenges that you have faced,
Right.
and how you have overcome them?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the challenges, obviously, that a lot of DJs face is it's hard to break into the industry, especially whenever it's already established, like a nightlife industry, or just there's many people who want to be DJs. So you have to be someone who stands out, or someone who is able to make themselves stand out by knowing the right people, being able to interact and socialize with the people to be able to get you to where you want to be. That is a big challenge, especially that I had. Just trying to get your first gig. It can be quite not it's just something you need to go through, and humbling too, because you'll get a lot of no's. A lot of be like no, like when I'm really looking.
You get a lot of no's, right?
Yeah, you get a lot of no's before you get your first yes. But as soon as someone like gives you your first trial, I remember that my first gig, I was preparing the whole entire week. I was like, I don't know what song I'm gonna play. I don't know. Maybe I'll download this song. I was like making up different scenarios and not knowing if the people like it. So going into your first gig, you're terrified. That's such a big challenge because you're not able to like kind of connect with that audience. Because a lot of what DJing is connecting from where you are in that booth to the audience that's dancing in front of you. When you're nervous and you're not having a good time, they kind of know and they're not having a good time. That's a big challenge. And especially when you're starting off, you're not relying solely on DJing being your main source of income. That's another challenge that a lot of DJs have, is that you have to kind of work around your full-time job that you have in your life around it. I remember I have a full-time job, and sometimes DJing calls to do overnight DJing on weekdays, such as Thursdays, because that's when weekend starts for the industry. And I was DJing my set time was from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Oh, gosh.
And then afterwards, I had to pack my bags, head home, and I remember at 9:30 a.m. I had to be in the office.
My gosh.
But you're just doing it just for the grind, to be able to, any gig that you have is a good gig.
I guess at the beginning, like any other hobby, I guess, or passion. I call it passion. I guess at the beginning, as any other passion, you just do it because you like it.
Yeah.
Just because you're not actually looking for a reward out of it. It's just because it's something that you love.
It brings you joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
And then you do everything to do it. You'll like lose sleep. You'll go drive hours away. Any gig or anything like where you're able to do that, whatever you're passionate about, you're gonna do no matter what. And if you're really passionate about it, and I'm sure whenever you get into that point, whatever side hustle, side business you're getting at, because at the end of the day, DJing is a business. It's a self-employed business.
Yeah.
You'll get to where you want to be, and hopefully your passion in it becomes what you do for work as well.
Well, it's so great to hear that every challenge has its rewards also, and that's the next question I have for you.
Yeah.
What is the most rewarding thing about this industry, or in general, maybe following your passion? What is the most rewarding thing?
I won't attribute it to one particular event. I mean, because I have been having amazing opportunities to be able to play at places I play at or with companies that I have been playing at. But honestly, the most amazing reward that I can get out of this, out of what I'm doing, it's like I said, it's making someone else's day, night, a lot better than it once was whenever they walked into my set. Making sure they're happy, being able to connect with them. In reality, what I love about DJing is not just the music, but being able to make someone happy that I am playing the music for them, that they're having a great time. If they're not having a great time, I kind of notice that, and I do stuff to fix whatever music I'm playing, the way I'm playing it, or maybe a completely different genre. Maybe that's what I need to do, you know? But the most rewarding feeling you'll ever get out of playing in any set or playing, an artist can tell you all along, is seeing the crowd just have a great time. That is so rewarding. It brings you so much joy.
Do you think you have developed like a sixth sense on how to feel people's emotion or energy?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have it. Actually, like, I mean, some have it more than others. But just being able to like listen to someone and observe.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can kind of tell, like, if you're having a conversation with someone, if it's kind of dry, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it is over there. If on a DJ booth, you're having a conversation with your audience in a way. I'm giving you a song, and if
I love that.
If you don't like it, I can kind of tell because you're not replying back by dancing, by making facial expressions. So it is a conversation between me and who I'm playing to.
I know that what we talked before. I know that you've done a lot of stuff in your life because I think you went to school for artists, film, right?
Yeah, I started off there.
You started off there. You did that.
And then I switched majors.
You switched majors. You've been doing this. You have a full-time job. You're an investor also, I know. All this experience in your life, not only about DJing now, how this has shaped you in your perspective in life and to yourself as well.
I mean, all the experiences, and people will tell you this all the time, is that anything you do, you're just going to be learning from it. What I learned from film, I can take into when I switch majors into what I'm doing in advertising, just because I'm able to work with film crews and be able to actually kind of tell them what I actually want in their film terms, and which will go into my whatever marketing ad I'm doing. Going from advertising into putting that into the food industry, I can also apply that because I can see how we can better increase sales across people coming into a restaurant.
Yeah.
So any experiences that people have, they should take it, if it's bad or good, as a way to learn from it, because that's what you're doing every single day. You're learning something new every single day. And it's making you a better person for the next day following it. And that's how you should go along life. And that's how I've been doing it, to be able to like take so many different experiences is because I love being enriched or something new, something to be able to do. And my ADHD helps a lot too.
Yeah. No, I guess that particular skill also gives you a lot of focus on somewhere, some tasks and others, what's not. Would you say that the things you do for your family, for everything that you live, it's leaving a legacy to the society?
I would say yes, because when you define legacy, it's what people know you as, right? What people perceive you as, what I am providing to people, that is living a legacy. Maybe it's just like a legacy for the next day, or maybe that's what they know me for. So for sure, it's improving society. I'm making people happy. with any endeavor that I do, that is
Yep.
my main goal, and that will always be my goal across life. Just make people happy and enjoy life.
I loved your perspective in life and all your experience.
Hmm.
What do you think would be necessary to take it would takes to reach a better society, this utopian, right? You think it's possible to get there, and how?
I think society is always shifting and changing for the better, especially. But I think society, we're never going to have that perfect society because we have
Yes,
so many generations
exactly.
in one society, right? But we're always going to strive to be better to the generation prior to us, generation
Yeah, yeah.
after us, you know? And I think that's what makes us utopian, what makes us human, just that
Yes.
we know that we're not perfect, but we're trying to
Yes.
make ourselves perfect following the next generation following along.
Yeah, and we're striving to be better each day.
Yeah.
And even if we reach that day, we're gonna also look for more.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, like, you know, maybe like my kids are like gonna look at my generation and be like, "What? You guys did this
Yeah.
way? You guys thought of things this way?
Yeah.
That's crazy." You know, like we think of things this way and we do things this way, but to our present now, that's what I know, and that's, you know, how we see things or how we see the world. So it's cool
Yeah.
to see what what will
I guess
follow along.
I guess what we're looking for is either our next generation or legacy, whatever you call it, is just first of all enjoy our passions, right? Enjoy what we do, follow our heart, and the product of it is to teach the other people that it's possible
Hmm.
to do both. You know, be happy at the same time, work out of it, and make a better society out of it. And that's what we're looking for, I guess. Right? It's just having this fire in our inner self and follow that passion.
Yeah.
And
That's what people do when they follow passions, you know, that fire, and you're
Yeah.
like, I really want to do this, so I'm gonna do it.
yes,
That's what people should at least do in life. If
Yeah.
you want to do something, nothing's stopping you, and just do it. Because you got so many people who are like, wow, I wish I could do this.
Right.
Right?
yes,
But when you look at it and when you ask them, like, then why are you not doing it? And they answer like, I don't know. You're right, you know, like, why am I not doing it? So just do it. That's what I did with DJing.
I love it. Now, to wrap things up, and you know, we're getting at the end of the interview here. What would be something you could say to our audience or friends here that could, if they're trying to follow same steps as you, whatever dreams are they following, what is something that you could advise them or just do?
Definitely. I mean, I really want to stress it to anything that you do in life is that you should never be afraid to ask for help from anyone. To a lot of where I am right now is because of the people that have helped me get to where I am right now. And I'm never going to take that for granted. Just because people have helped me be where I need to be in life. Just my dad, for example, he gifted me a DJ board because he saw how much passionate I was in work. I was renting out DJ boards left and right. But being able to ask or to be able to accept help and know that there are people who have been in this industry or already are doing whatever you want to do, you can reach out to them and tell them, what can I do to be who you are, you know? And they would be so happy to tell you all the advice, all the mistakes they made, so you don't make that mistake. And a lot of people don't don't ask for that help. So I really want to tell people that you are not alone when you're doing something, and you will get a lot farther if you learn how to ask for help and use those connections around you.
Well, that's been interesting. What you mentioned about the passion that people have, and just I would say just take the leap, right?
Yeah.
Take the leap and go for it. Do it. Don't regret it. And at the end, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Just maybe fail or not,
No, I think you'll never know.
right?
What if you didn't fail? Maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe you failed once, and then next thing you know, you're like where you want to be without whatever you're passionate about. You just never know if you don't do it.
All right. Well, Eric, it's been a pleasure to me talking to you. I always love talking to you. I don't know if you want to people reach out to you, if they can have your Instagram, or how can they reach out to you if they want to have a gig or something, or just to meet you.
Yeah,
say
I
hi.
mean, I post all my gigs on my Instagram, so if they want to follow my Instagram, you can just put it in the description, and
Yeah.
then they can go there. Erick Medina 2020.
All right. Okay, great. Well, thank you, family. Thank you guys for being here again. It's been a pleasure as always, and like I'm always telling you, it's always possible to be better. Look for the stars, and they'll look back at you. All right. So thank you, Eric, for coming. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I
Thank
hope
you.
we can see each other again in the future and just see, how things are doing, right?
Yeah, of course. I would love to.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you for having me.
All right.
Thank you, guys.